where were you at pre us with Klaviyo, and how have things kind of grown since?
I would say when we first started, it was the size of a baseball, and now it's rolled into a giant snowball. Props to you guys.
Where do you see things in like 6 to 12 months?
I see this as a multi-million-dollar brand.
Tim, wanted to give you a big thank you before beginning for doing this. Really appreciate it. It's been killer collaborating with you guys and like learning from a lot of your experience as well, from what you've done previously and what you're doing with Active, the brand. So yeah, first of all, thank you, Ro. I guess like intro for anyone watching, do you want to like chat through Active with the brand, like kind of, I guess like the business, like what you guys kind of do?
Sure. Yeah. And likewise, working with you guys, like top notch. Y'all have given me faith. There's agencies that crush. You guys are absolutely top notch and won me over the first weekend. It just continues to be nonstop effort. You guys are literally top tier for sure. So I feel just as blessed on this side. 16-year background at Nike, 11 years on the Nike side, 5 years on brand Jordan. Product management, brand marketing left. Nike just felt like there was more to do working in synthetics and petroleum-based product. And so ended up thinking, what if I could start a sustainable activewear brand that was sustainable 2.0? There's a lot of brands out there that are in natural fibers, cottons, hemps, bamboos. Great. It's great to walk around and whatnot, but it's not high performance. And the background I came from is making athletes better. And I knew in order to get the masses looking at the world of sustainability to actually go versus just the 15% adopters that are already there, it was going to have to feel like a Lululemon type fabric. And so I kind of thought in my head, okay, if I can get Lululemon feel of fabric, which is, every girl wants, I'd say globally, with Aloe fashion, with Nike brand marketing, I think we could hit a home run. And so right now we've just launched with your guys' help, of course, been a major player, what I'm calling Sustainability 2.0, which is taking the realm of hemps, cottons, bamboos, which were once there. And now we're literally creating women's activewear that is literally compared to Lululemon. And we're just in Forbes as a top luxe sustainability brand. And, everyone always says it from a pitching standpoint that, hey, we're like Lulu, we're like Aloe, but they're making that up. They're telling people. So on our end, we're having people tell us. So I'm saying we've just launched the world of sustainability 2.0, which is you no longer have to sacrifice performance. It's sustainability plus performance are now 2 in 1. And so sustainability is no longer a sacrifice. It's like a full-on upgrade. You can get it all.
Yeah, a lot of cool developments coming on with the brand as of late as well in that way. I mean, one of the things like when we were first chatting was like you were actually like managing Klaviyo yourself and like doing some of that stuff yourself. I mean, where were you at pre us with Klaviyo, and how have things kind of grown since?
I'll tell you, and most people that know me know I'm pretty savvy with systems. Like I'll figure it out. I always will. Klaviyo, I shelved it, bro, because the amount of effort it takes, especially seeing KMH crush your crew, 3 campaigns a week, SMS, Aaliyah funnels, creating communities, the sheer amount of effort, even when I thought I was doing it at one campaign, I wasn't even touching it. Like since, I've launched with you guys, I literally laugh to myself because it takes a full team to run that, and watching your team maneuver through the matrix of your design team, work with your product managers and Marissa and Jerome, and they're more on top of me than I'm on top of them, and I'm not used to that. And it's the most amazing thing in the world, because I would say when we first started, it was the size of a baseball, and now it's rolled into a giant snowball. And props to you guys, because literally in our investor deck, Klaviyo was shelved as an opportunity, And the other thing I would say, kudos to yourself as well, is I get hit every single day, 10 to 15 emails a day, promising me the world. And, after 5 or 6, they quit. Everybody. You're the most resilient, just maniacally focused dude that I was sitting at my breakfast table, drinking my coffee. And when you sent me a gift and email, it's like, Tim, I'm not going anywhere till we talk. I knew. I'm like, this is my dude. This is my guy, because that's the world I come from. Of you have to be that relentless, and this being a founder of KMH. If you're not, you'll fail. You'll just fail. And so I say 99% of the world thinks they're hungry. And it was an absolute pleasure when we finally got on the phone, because you are hungry. And that's the difference between you and the people that email me every day. They just think they're hungry. You're hungry. I knew you were not going to leave unless I answered. So to me, it was serendipity for sure.
We're cut from the same cloth, I would say, in that way, in many respects. So yeah, I think you can appreciate it when you're cut from the same cloth. I mean, like,
yeah, dude.
I remember you telling me that the Klaviyo was like in the investor deck. I mean, like from you, like with the email channel, what were you like frustrated with, I guess, like before, like from using the channel, or like kind of where was it at? Like, were you just kind of like at loggerheads with email as a channel, or what was that like?
Klaviyo was the only thing I didn't touch, to be honest. So like self-taught myself Meta, API, cookies, pixels, tracking. And Klaviyo was just like another beast because there's so many regulations of people opting in, people not opting in, SMS, and you got to hit flows, A/B testing, which profiles are good, which ones are tanking. I didn't even know all this before you guys. I thought, oh, I had a generic pop-up, people signed in, it goes over to Klaviyo. And my thought was, oh, and when I get back over there, I'll have a lot of emails to send out campaigns to. That was my attitude because I was so busy in Meta. And in the first 60 days we've been working together, the numbers are so ridiculous, from checkout rates to sign-up rates on the Aaliyah funnel you guys set up to open and click rates. It really made me feel, if I'm being like really honest, I would have gone to Klaviyo first instead of Meta and then went to Meta the other way because that's how much more important it is on this. I really believe Klaviyo leads Meta, even though I would have never thought that coming from a brand background. But people are opening emails, SMS, they're signing up for things. So it was literally shelved. And I think more back now, watching what your crew does, how much money did we lose by not having a team working on it? And I'm sure it's gargantuan. I'm sure if I had your crew 365, yeah, it's a lot of money. Without a doubt.
For sure. No,
So it just sat there on the shelf collecting dust with the basic pop-up of I'll get to it when I did. And I knew there was something there because I ran like a pre-sale ad in like December 4th to like 3,000 people and it hit like 5,000 in 2 days. But still, I still didn't know what I was doing, right? Like sales would come in, I didn't understand how it fed to Meta and the A/B testing and just connecting it to Aaliyah would judge me and how professional your guys' email campaigns are. Like I come from Nike, where I'm taught with Nike and Jordan is if it's not a diamond, don't show the world. It better be perfect because it's your name on it. And if it's not that good, don't send it. We don't send it. Don't even bring it to me. That's like the world I was raised in. And coming out into this world as an entrepreneur a few years ago, it felt more like, oh, grassroots is the way. Grassroots is the way. And I'm like, get it. But there's also this premium side. And I've really learned that no, it's in the middle. You need UGC, to be comfortable. But the reason people weren't doing premium, if you ask me, is because design isn't good enough in the exterior world, right? You're going to pay a premium, where I just came from a world where that's the expectation. And so the thing that blew my mind the most working with you guys, my biggest fear working with any agency, and you guys are the only ones we're working with right now, is will the design be good enough? Because in my head, I was always, I can take care of the copy, but I don't have the time for the designs. And literally, as soon as Jerome and Marisa started going, I'm like, yo, they got this. Like literally, I told Marisa, you could go work at Nike tomorrow. Easily. Jerome could go work at Nike, like in-house with a badge. You're that pristine. Your guys' work is that good. And I haven't seen it really, to be honest, since I've left the berm at Nike, unless it's from an agency Nike uses or a Starbucks uses or Tiffany uses or Vogue uses, right? That level. So you guys are the first I've literally seen since I've left the wall bring that level of even telling the other con, I'm like, y'all should be working with Tiffany's, Beckham, like y'all are that level for sure, without a doubt.
Dude, I appreciate that a ton, bro. I mean, really, really, really do appreciate that. And like, obviously, you come from that world, you know that world inside out, so it means a lot. I mean, for you as well, like time, like your time is a big thing to try and guard as well within the business. Like, what's the time commitment been like for you across the collaboration? Has it taken up a lot of your focus and time, or how's that been?
No, that was my other biggest fear. Is I'm so used to babysitting people because people give half the effort, right? I always say good is the enemy of great. And people just want to be good nowadays. And I want great, right? And so literally maybe the first 2 weeks we're in a harder category because of FTC guidelines and just everything that goes with the world of sustainability, greenwashing. Like working with Marisa, we just work together every night. She just dialed it in. And literally now I tell Marisa this every time. Don't apologize to me ever. I know you give 100%. We're all going to make mistakes. If you make a mistake, at least you made a big one that, you know, that was a real big mess up or took us off versus just set neutral. You come with a point of view. If you can't get a hold of me, and even my wife would tell you this is just ridiculous for me. I'll be, just send it. If you can't get a hold of me, send it. I trust you. And if it's wrong, I'm going to own that because that's how much faith I have in Marisa and Jerome of if I'm not around, send it, just go. And so her and I are like this now of full trust with your agency. She knows if I'm not around, and I think also finally they see from my side is I don't micromanage when I know that I'm getting diamonds, right? And y'all deliver diamonds. And so I couldn't have asked for a better team, man. Like I swear it's serendipity. And my time commitment is nothing more now. In the beginning was a little bit, just obviously new brand. Right now we're just like, I'm like, Marisa, go, just go, send it. Okay, Tim, you missed these two to copy and proof. Send it. You got this. And so I just let her go, man. You guys are just top notch. Meeting with you guys and the other Connor. You guys put out so many reports and so much data. My problem is keeping up with you guys because the data is so amazing. The reports I'm getting, like I tell my wife sometimes in bed, I'm like, oh man, I'm having a nightmare. I know I'm gonna wake up to some report from Marisa that I need to read and do. But I also tell her, do not quit. I love it. Like, don't quit the hustle. I'm just not used to it. So y'all have made me really excited about this world again. Because to be honest, I feel like I'm back inside the walls of Nike with the talent. And I mean, down to the numbers, you guys are ridiculous. Like, you're top notch. And I'm not just saying that because we're working together. I'm saying that because for 2 years, I've looked for agencies and every single one of them has failed me. And you guys, I'm like, every single one of them has promised me and failed. And within a week, I'm like, oh, how am I going to get out of this? You guys are like, just being straightforward. It's like, I don't care what our deal was up front. I'm riding with you guys because I see 100% effort. It's so obvious the heart and soul goes into it. And I think the thing I've tried to give your team back, which I've told Marisa several times, is I'm going to read every word you type because I know you put your heart and soul into it. And because you did, I'm never going to be the guy that's just like, go. I want to make sure you know that I'm literally taking the time to read your efforts because they're that good, right? And now it's gotten to the point where she's just like, here's the FTC paragraphs, blah, 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 blah. Okay, boom. Now we're at this point where there's just the ultimate. Honestly, I feel like y'all are part of my own team. As an outside agency, I feel like you guys are part of Active. That's how I feel.
That's killer. Like I can't thank you enough for that. Like it's like we massively appreciate you. Like it's mutual, and like that's just wonderful to hear. I mean, it's like coming to the end. Like where do you see things in like 6 to 12 months? I suppose like together with how things have gone thus far, with the results thus far.
I was joking with Marissa. I'm like trying to steal half your crew because you guys are that good. I'm like laughing, joking around. I'm like, honestly, I think a huge big investors going to come in. There's no doubt. We're right on the cusp right now. We're having 2, 3 million, 5 million people accounts saying they want to work with us. YouTube channels, Instagram channels, TikTok channels. And now I think we're at the point of we're going to choose who we work with, meaning bring in house, right? Versus so many people go try and find. And so you guys were the first, I would say we brought in for all the reasons that you and I discussed earlier. Whereas now it's kind of like we get to choose, which is rare, super rare, I think, being a startup. But I see this as a multi-million-dollar brand, like within the next 6 to 12 months, just even with what you guys are doing on your side, just what you're controlling. And the other benefit, what I love working with you guys, is your global crew. So, working at Nike, I work globally, Asia, Brazil, Europe, China. I worked at every market, right? I love that your team's so diverse because you're getting so many different mindsets and you're really getting a global point of view. And I love that because we're going to go global. I'm going to be in Europe. We're going to go to Asia, right? And having workers as diverse and globally fit as the agency built, that's only going to benefit us. Like, I'm like, wow, they're learning the US market, even though they know it so well, because obviously you've worked with a lot of brands. But I'm like, the next part is going to be butter and cake for them. I mean, Marissa's hitting me with, do this, let's do this, let's do this. And so the sheer magnitude of where we'll be in 6 to 12 months, I think is not only a multi-million-dollar brand, but global, with you guys running the global charge on your side. And I really do feel blessed. I don't know what I would do without you guys. And I know people get on these talks all the time and just make stuff up, but I've got the background to say I mean that. And there'll be people watching this that know I'm like, yeah, we're just not going to work out. I have nothing but good things to say about you guys. And I feel so blessed that you were as resilient and just resilient as it gets with those emails, because I feel like it's meant to be. And, for me, I wouldn't change a thing. Except now growing, getting new styles drops. Now we're in a rhythm. It's all set up. But you guys are, what you set up in 14 days, I'll just say this. What you set up in 14 days, I firmly believe it would take another agency, at least 5 or 6 people, in at least 30 days, 45 days, at least in the US. That's just, you know what I mean? And it'd be really expensive just for the setup. And so To be honest, I don't know how you guys did all you did. Like I don't, but I'm not leaving you guys. I know that much. That's a fact. That's a fact. You guys are just good people too.
You
You know.
too, you too, you too, you too. I think that's why it works, and I really appreciate that. I mean, final question I'll ask is, what would you recommend to someone who's on the fence who might be thinking of working with us? What would you say to someone like that?
I would say if I was to calculate how much money I lost by letting Clavio sit on the shelf and collect dust versus if I could go back to the first date, you sent me an email and I answered, right? In 1 year, we've had to have lost 500,000 or 1 million by not having an agency. If you are on the fence, I'll put my name on this. You can go find me on LinkedIn and look at my background. I'll put my name on this, and I've messed with the best, truly. If you're on the fence, like call Connor, both Connors, founders, like you won't be sorry. And I promise you, they'll become an artery in your body versus a nice to have. And they'll be a lifeline. Like there's just, I can't imagine not working without you guys. So for me, I'm sure we've left millions on the tables by me being on the fence. And so one of my biggest learnings for myself was, granted, I've been running Active by myself, is, man, what if I had went to Clavio first and not been on the fence? That'd be a number one priority. If you're thinking about should I maybe not, I'll tell you right now, just give KMH one shot and you'll be sold. I put my name on that, sincerely.
Dude, I appreciate you a ton. To really appreciate us getting on here, and I'm excited to
Yeah,
continue
man.
for years to come.
You guys, I know as much as you guys look forward to seeing Active grow, I'm 1,000% confident I'll see you guys blow up on YouTube and working at World Cups and the biggest, VMAs. I know I'll see you guys working in the biggest industry, and I'm going to be like, I was with them on the earlier side, and now look at them. They're working with Porsche. They're working with Ferrari. I believe you guys will be that. So as big as Active is going to be, I truly believe what you guys have started over there will be just as big on the agency side as I am the brand side. So I said it here first.
It will be. Thanks, Mel, bro. I appreciate it. And we'll chat
Of
to you
course.
soon.